Well, welcome once again to another exciting week of learning. I believe you had a beautiful day learning yesterday. I know you're going to enjoy today as well. Welcome back to school. This week in Phonics, we're looking at the topic vowel pairs. We're looking at the pairs UE, EW, and UI. These are also called the long U vowel teams. The long U vowel teams. Now, let's quickly look at what we're going to achieve or our learning outcome in this week. What do we intend to learn this week? First, we're going to recognize the vowel pairs EW, UE, and UI as the long U sound. Next, we're going to identify them correctly in given words. And finally, we're going to match words with the vowel pairs to the appropriate pictures. Quickly, let's move on to what we already know about this topic. We can identify the sounds of individual letters like E, I, U, and W. Quickly, what sound does E make? E makes two sounds, E and E. I makes two sounds, I and E. U makes two sounds, U and O. And then W makes the W sound, W sound. The knowledge of these individual sounds is really going to help us piece together our long vowel sounds for today. Now let's break it down. First, did you know that different letter combinations can reproduce the 10 vowel sounds? I hear some of you saying, yes, we did. That's very good. If you didn't, well, it's actually true. You can reproduce the 10 vowel sounds using different letter combinations. So we're going to explore that. Now let's explore how to reproduce the long U sound using different letter combinations. First, what sound does long U make? Good. U. Long U makes the U sound. Now let's see how different letter combinations can actually help us reproduce this long U sound. First, we'll start with U and E. U makes the O sound and E makes the E sound. But when we put them together, they actually make the sound U. And you can hear them in words like argue. Can you pronounce that? Argue. Do you hear the long U sound? Good. Argue. Q. Fuel. Now this word is a little tricky. I know we know that word as fuel. A lot of times I hear people say, "Oh, I'm going to buy fuel." But that word is actually fuel. F-U-E-L spells fuel. That's very good. Now let's look at another combination. E and W. E makes the E sound that we know, and W makes the W sound. So you're probably wondering, how can this make the long U sound? Well, when you put E and W together, they make ew. Can you hear the word in stew? I know a lot of us love stew. I do. Stew. Flew. The bird flew over the window. Flew. Grew. I grew a lot over the holidays. Grew. That's very good. And now let's look at the third letter combination that makes the long U sound. We have U and I. U makes the U sound or the O sound, while I makes the E or the I sound. But when you put them together, they make the long U sound we hear in juice. Juice. Can we pronounce that together? Juice. How about suit? Suit. My daddy wears suits to work. Now, can we think of other examples that have these three-letter combinations? I'm sure you're doing that right now. Okay, that's very good. Let's look at our word list to help some of us who were not able to get examples. Now look at these. You have examples of other long U letter combinations. But let's focus on the U-E combination, U-I, and E-W. So take your time to look at the chart. All right, I'm sure you can spot some examples there, and you've also learned of other combinations that we didn't treat today that can also make the long U sound. That's very good. Now let's do a little exercise, a little classwork before we move on. We have the long U sounds, the U-E, E-W, and U-R. We're going to match the pictures to the sound. So let's see. Blue, blue. I wonder where blue goes. Perhaps U-E? Am I correct? Oh, I'm wrong. Blue goes in E-W. Okay, thank you very much. How about juice? Ooh, I love a juice box. I know juice goes in E-W. Am I right? Oh, wrong again? Fine, juice goes in U-I. So perhaps you can take a few moments to fill in where it should go. Now it's important to note that all these words here make the long E sound. All the vowels in this word make the long U sound, which is you, you, you. So whenever you see these combinations anywhere, remember, they all make the long U sound. Okay? So quickly, we're going to go to a video that's been posted there. It also has some examples, lovely examples, and beautiful songs about the long U combination. I know you're going to enjoy the song. I definitely did. I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed putting it together for you. Once you're done with this video and the second video posted on the page, please proceed to the quiz question, where you're going to enjoy doing the quiz that's been posted up for you. Remember, it's very important that you turn in your quiz. Otherwise, there'll be nothing to show that you did your quiz. All right, I'm going to see you in the quiz section. Goodbye, everyone.